Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, we were talking about the air and the pollution which is caused by the air. We have understood that what are the harmful effects of the air pollution, and what are the causes of the air pollution, what are the different air pollutants are there which is responsible for causing the air pollution. We have understood that how even though the different kind of gases are present in the atmosphere, but their percentage it remains constant. Now we will going to start with the water and try to understand that what is the importance of water. We will try to understand that water, how the water get polluted by the activities of human, as well as about the soil. So let us start with the water. We will try to understand about the water here. Water it occupy a very large area of the earth's surface, and it is also found in underground. Some amount of water exists in the form of a water vapor in the atmosphere, while the most of the water on the earth's surface is found in sea and ocean and is saline. Water, a wonder liquid. What does that mean? It means that it is what? It is a liquid which is having some special property, some speciality. That's why it is said that water, a wonder liquid. Now the water, here it is said that water it occupies a large area of the earth's surface, and it is basically found in underground. Yes, water is found in the underground also. It is found in the large area also, and some amount of the water is also exist in the form of a water vapor in the atmosphere. There are water which is present in the atmosphere in the form of a water vapor also. Actually, our earth, it is covered, the 75% of our earth's surface is covered with that of the water, and out of that most of the water it is what it is trapped in that of the uh, in the icebergs, or that of the even in the glaciers also, ice cap or glaciers. So we cannot consume it. So we can say that. So see students, actually our earth is what it is covered, most of the portion of our earth, actually it is about the 75% of our earth that is covered with the water, and out of that 99% of the water it is what it is in the form of in the seas and the ocean, and is saline. We can say it is salty water. So yes, we are not able to consume that. So most of the earth's surface, although it is covered with the water, but most of the water it is found in the sea and ocean. That is why it is not fit for drinking. Fresh water is found, student. The fresh water it is found frozen in ice caps at two poles and on snow covered mountains. So uh, uh, rest of the 0.1% of that of the fresh water that is found frozen, it is actually in the frozen form in ice caps or that of the snow covered mountain also. So some of the water, most of the water it is present in sea or as well as in the ocean, and some amount of a water it is what it is trapped in the snow or it is trapped in the ice caps. Now here underground water is also there. Now the rest of the water it will be present in the form of a underground water, as well as it is also present in the rivers, in lakes, in pond. That is also a fresh water. So most of the water is what? That is saline water, that is salty water, and we cannot consume the salty water. But some of the amount of a water that is found in a frozen form, and they are found at the in the form in some of them is found in that of the frozen form or in the polar ice caps, while the rest of them it will be found in the water bodies like river, lakes or ponds are there, and even underground water also. So you can see here, by this we come to conclusion that although our planet appears blue and green because of the water, because of the greenery, because of the plant only, but you know that the rainfall is what or the water is what present in more amount, but here still a very less amount of water is available for us. Even though there are lot amount of water, a big percentage of water is there, but very less amount of water is available to us. There is another reason for this. The first one is unequal distribution of the rainfall. Somewhere rainfall occur very much, somewhere it occur very less. So obviously at one the level of the water will be more, and second the level of the water will be what? It will be less. So this is the reason of the scarcity of water. However, the availability of a fresh water, it varies from place to place. Practically every summer, most places have to face a shortage of water. And in rural areas where water supply system have not been installed, people are forced to spend considerable amount of a time in fetching water from far away sources. Here it is explaining that how water is really important. We know that the fresh water is what is the water that person can consume, but the amount of the distribution of the fresh water is uneven. Somewhere the amount is more and somewhere the amount is what? Less. So due to which there is a the amount of the fresh water, it varies from place to place. In summer what happens, the level of the water goes down, so obviously there will be shortage of water. So the people who are living in the rural area, those who have not supplied, those who have not installed the water run supply system, you know that these days water reaches to your home with the help of a water supply system. So still in village there is no such water supply of uh, so due to all this, there is very less amount of water is available for the people, students. So in order to get water, what people the people are forced to spend considerable amount of a time in fetching water far away from the sources. So they need water, and due to which due to this unequal distribution by the nature, the people they need water, and for that they used to go far away from their places. uh, Here question is, why water is so necessary, and do all organisms require water? All cellular processes take place in water medium. All the reactions take place in the all the reactions that take place within the body and within the cell occur between the substance are dissolved in water. Substance are transported from one part to the body other part in a dissolved form, and hence the organism need to maintain the level of water within their bodies in order to stay alive. See what happened? Question arises that why there is a need of a water? Why water is so necessary to us? What will happen if there will be no water? Why do we require water? So you know that water is what? It is really important medium, because the reaction which take place within our body or within the cell between the substance, that will be what? It will be dissolved in water. In the process of digestion, anything that happen, you will find that the water is released. Even we can take an example of a salivary amylase which releases water. Although when we used to eat anything, the water will mixes with the food, making it soft so that the process of a digestion can occur easily. Okay, so substances, we can say here that all the reactions that take place within our body and within the cell occur between the substance are dissolved in water. Now the substance are also transported from one part to other in a dissolved form. So so water is necessary, students, because water is present in a very less amount, and every organism, they need water. Actually, all the cellular process, everything that take place in our body, in our cell, that occur that occur with the help of the water, because the substances are dissolved in the water. So why water is necessary? It is necessary because all the cellular process take place in water medium. All the reaction take place within our body or within the cell occur between the substance that also dissolved in water. Everything is there that is dissolved in the water, and due to which we can say that water is really essential for us. There are other factors also, students, like substances. So see, it help in the process of giving energy to us, in the process of dissolving, it means in process of digestion we can say. It also help in the transportation from one part of the body to the other in the dissolved form. See, everything, even the water is there. If you will drink water in a good amount, the water also help in transporting that of the substances from one part to the other in the form of a dissolved form or in the form of soluble form. Okay, so solubility form, it explains that the substance is what it get transported from one part of the body to the other in the form of a in the dissolved form. Hence, the organism need to maintain the level of water within their bodies in order to stay alive. So, the organism, they need water, they need to maintain the level of the water, because this level of water in the bodies, that is important for their survival. Okay, so organism need to maintain the level of water within their bodies in order to stay alive. In order to stay alive, it is really important that the organism need to maintain the level of water. We all are dependent on the water, not only as a living organism, but any as a living organism, but also in order to maintain the ecological balance, it is important that we must take care of the water. We must make our water very clean here. Now, water is what it is transport, so it is important because it help in the process of digestion. It is also important as it help in the process of transmission, means it help in transporting the substance from one. So water, everything get dissolved in the water, and due to which it can be transported from one person to another. Now see, the organism need to maintain the level of water within the bodies in order to stay alive. The organism, they need water, and the water is essential in order to maintain in order to make the things to get dissolved or to get transported. It is important that every organism need a good amount of water. You have seen, even the doctors, your parents, they used to say to have a good amount of water, because that will help in the proper digestion of the food. Okay, so that's why the water is really important. Then terrestrial life form require fresh water for this, because their bodies cannot tolerate or get rid of a high amount of a dissolved salt in saline water. See, there are some of the some amount of organism are there which cannot be dissolved or cannot be found in saline water, right? Terrestrial life forms are there. We are not dependent on saline water. We need fresh water for our survival. So because of this only, the terrestrial life form, it requires the fresh water, and because the reason is that their body cannot tolerate or get rid of a huge amount of a dissolved salt in saline water. So why is it so? It is because our body is not ready to consume, and we can say here that the huge amount of a salt cannot be dissolved or cannot be tolerated by us. Okay, that's why we cannot drink the saline water, even though its percentage is really very high. Thus, water source need to be easily accessible for animals and plants to survive on land. Even then also, The water, it needs the uh, easily accessible. It means it must be available everywhere, so that all the, not only the living organism, but all the plants and the animals will be able to take the benefit of the water. Okay, so water is a wonder liquid because it is important for the human beings. It is important for all the living organisms, including the plants or that of the animal. Thus the water must be available. What is the very good quality of the water? The water is water of a water, that conservation of water, that waters it need to be accessible for the plant or the animals who are surviving on the land, because they also need a sufficient amount of water for their metabolic process to occur in the body here. Now see here, after compiling the result that we get in the activities, here you can see that the availability of water, it decides not only the number of individual of each species that are able to survive in a particular area, but it also decides the diversity of a life there. And of course, the availability of water is not only the factor that decides the sustainability of a life in a region. Other factors are also there, like temperature is there, nature of soil also matter, but water is one of the major resources which determine the life on earth. Yes, the availability of a water, if a place is there, student, if an area is there where the water is present, obviously many species will survive in that particular area, because every species, they need water, so they must live, or they start living in the area which is which consisting of a water in it. And of course, yes, it is true that not only this is not that availability of water is the only factor that decides the sustainability of the life in a region. No, if in an area water is available, it does not mean that there will be more amount of a plant or animals are there. The temperature must be proper for this, and other factors are the nature of the soil also matter. These two are the factors which is important for the survival of the plants and the animals. So we can say here that if an area is there where water is present, that water will help in the growth of more amount of a plant and animal, but it does not mean that it is the only factor on which the life exists, but there are other. Although we know that water is what, it's a major resource, it is, students, is really very important for the every organism. Now see here, the next one is the water pollution. Okay, so we have understood the importance of water, how water is important to us. Now let us see that how water get polluted by us. When we talk about the water pollution, we must know here few things. The first one is water pollutant. See, if a less amount of water is there, and the uneven distribution of the water is also there, so very less amount of water is present in the atmosphere for in the nature which we can consume it. So yes, our responsibility is to conserve it and to preserve it. Now let us see that there are some of the unwanted substances which used to increases, or which used to change the nature of the water, and such kind of thing is called as the water pollution. This property is called as water pollution too. Now what happened? Water dissolves the fertilizers and pesticides that we use in our farm. So some percentage of these substances are washed into the water bodies. Sewage from our town and cities and waste from factories are also dumped into the river or the lakes. See, here it is talking about, here it does not explain about the water pollutant. There are a lot of different water pollutants are there, but here it is explaining actually that what is the cause of water pollution, how the water pollution occur, what is the exact cause of the water pollution. So here it is said that water, it dissolves the fertilizers and pesticides. what happen in crop, in order that the crop must grow well as in order to kill pest, we use pesticides, we use fertilizers, and that is obviously it is used in the farm. So what happens, some of the percentage of these substances, these pesticides or fertilizers which consisting of harmful chemicals, and some of the percentage of these chemicals it washed into the water bodies, and they will get collected into that of the river. So when we use the fertilizers, when we use the pesticides, when the rainfall occur, these chemicals will get dissolved. Not only rainfall, when we provide water to it, this water the chemicals which is present in it, fertilizers or pesticides, will get dissolved in the water, and finally it will reaches to the water body. So this is how the water pollution occur. Next one is sewage from our town and cities and waste from factories are also dump into river or lake. So there are some of the factors including the sewage. See what happened, the sewer line consisting of a dirty water, because this water is coming from your toilet, or even while bathing, while washing. These water is what is consisting of many microbes and the harmful chemical also. Okay, so it is important. Normally what happened, we used to throw this into the river or into the lake. Okay, so sewage that is collected from the town and cities, that is thrown or dumped into river or lake. Specific industries also use water for cooling in various operation, and later return this hot water to water bodies. What happened, there are factories. The factories, they use the water, and the water they use, actually it is used for the cooling purpose also. Now while cooling, what happened, due to the hot appliance, this water will get converted into hot water, right? And this hot water, what happened, it will be again released into the water bodies, and due to high temperature, that will going to affect the living organism. So till now we have understood that how water pollution occur. The first one is because of the presence of the fertilizers, because of the presence of the pesticides. The second one is the sewage. The sewage which is coming from the town, which is coming from the cities, it will dump it with the waste which is coming from the factories, it will get dumped into the river or into the lake. That should not be done in order to prevent the water pollution. And the most important, that the industries, they used to release water, and these water for cooling purpose, they get hot, and when it is released into the water bodies, it will cause the death of the living organism present in the water. Water in river can be affected is when water is released from the dam. The water inside the deep reserve would be colder than the water at the surface, which get heated by the sun. Yes, obviously the surface of the water is what, it is in a direct contact with the sunlight, so it will get we can say here that it get heated first by the sun rather than that of the deep reserves, the water which is present inside to that of the deep reserve. So the water which is present on the surface and the water which is present deep inside deep reservoir, which one will be the considered as a which we will going to consider as the hot one. So obviously the which is present at the surface, it will be heated by the sun, and which is present at the deep, it will be what, cool. Now all this can affect the life form that are found in these water bodies in various ways. It can encourage the growth of some life form and harm some other life form, and this affect the balance between the various organisms which has been established in this system. So we use the term water pollution to cover the following effect. Actually, what are the different effect of the water pollution? So it will going to the overall, if I'll talk, then yes, it will going to degrade the quality of the water. That is what we can say, it's the effect of the water pollution. Obviously, if an unwanted change occur, so if anything will be going to be done related to related to the effect. So the effect is actually is that the quality of the water get hampered or get degraded. Okay, so other points that we will going to discuss later in the next class.